Campers and team. This is your March update, and we've got a few different things to go over, kind of spanning everything from leader development to some of what we're doing with AI to how's it been going so far, and NASCAR, and maybe some others. So let's jump right in. So, first off, kind of give a synopsis of what we've been seeing so far this year. I'm recording this here the first Monday of March. And we've seen that at the shows, we've been doing pretty well. So a lot of our shows, we're improving year over year. We're seeing that our sales are up, typically not by humongous amounts, but by sometimes 10, sometimes 20%. We have seen a few flat shows, and outside of weather-related issues at the shows, they've been pretty good. Back on the lots, though, it's been tough weather, as most of you know. We've had some tough weather, especially in the northern stores, but we've had snow several times in the southeast, and that definitely has impacted February. So we've seen the last few weeks, at the end of March or end of February, early March, things have definitely picked up. And we've seen some great lot traffic, some great foot traffic at the stores. So message is it's a little bit too early to tell right now. So would love to have a better indicator of exactly how things are going so far this year, but that's more or less what we're seeing so far. So, other things going on around the company on the artificial intelligence side. Sorry, Fran, our assistant online that pops up. We're doing a lot of cool stuff there. So she's showing up on more and more of our lead generating tools. So some of the different buttons and whatnot, she's engaging with them first, trying to warm up the customers and help them so that setting appointments or turning over a warm lead to our sales teams. And it's going really good. I could go through all the numbers, but just trust me, it's going really good. We're going to be tweaking some of how Fran engages with the conversation as well, trying to have her collect more phone numbers instead of emails. So there's some assumptive ways that we're going to ask questions so that Fran gets more phone numbers instead of the emails, because we heard sales team, we heard your feedback loud and clear, and we can work on that. Other pieces that we're doing with Fran, we're actually at the initial phases of building out with Lasso, our AI company that we work with, the service agent. So the service agent will actually be very similar to what Fran does on the sales side, the intake of leads, trying to warm them up. We're going to be doing the same thing on service with a lot of our service leads, trying to help the customers identify, ask them some questions, set some appointments for our service teams, try to take some of that workload off of our service counters and the phone calls coming in. So we're pretty excited about that. We're at the very initial stages of that. In long term, we got some really cool plans on the service side. Maybe Fran can even help, answer customers' questions on what the status is of their RV that's in for service. But initially, it's on the intake side, reducing the workload of the service advisors, maybe potentially working on different upsell opportunities like inspections and that sort of stuff. So really excited about what Fran's doing. A couple other things that we have going on. So one of our directors brought up an idea that on our Launchpad, we have some different buttons to help our employees raise their hand and say, hey, I want to grow with the company, or maybe mentorship. So here's what we added just recently. So on the Launchpad, kind of like center middle, you'll see it if you're on there. There's one button that says Future Leadership Development. So effectively what this is a form that if you want to explore different leadership opportunities, different career growth opportunities, let's say you're in a particular role and you see that there's a manager in a different area of the company, or maybe a director role that you might be interested in eventually, and having that conversation, that's what that form is for, that future leader development form. And basically it'll ask some questions and you can fill it out and just have a conversation. That's the goal there of you may want to raise your hand and say, I'm really interested in a management role later, or you may want to just explore. Like, I'm not really sure what, maybe, who knows, what a sales role will look like, what a finance role, what a service role will look like. You want to have that conversation. So that's that particular form. The other form is the mentorship interest. So you might actually not necessarily, maybe you've already raised your hand, right? Maybe you've already said, I want a different role, and people know. But you're looking to develop your career, and it could be in any role in the company. What we're looking to do is establish a mentorship program, a little bit more formal mentorship program, where People that want it, we assign them mentors, high performers in a similar or the same role, or a role that's one level senior or so, and we pair them, and they can meet occasionally and talk about basically what they want out of their career. So that's the mentorship interest, and so that's what we're looking for there. So future leader development is more like promotion sort of thing. Mentorship interest is I'd really like a mentor to help me out, someone within Campers Inn. So those are those two roles. So be on the lookout on the Launchpad. It's right on there. One other thing to talk about is NASCAR. So on the NASCAR, it's kicked back in, and some of you may have seen a couple weeks ago we had Ben Rhodes was driving around on with RVRD on it and everything. So really cool stuff. But RVRD and the Campers Inn logo will actually show up on the next mod of PlayStation. So PlayStation has a NASCAR game. On the Mod 5, I'm being told that's the one that comes out this fall, so not yet. It's going to feature skins on the cars, on both the truck and the car, to have Campers Inn and RVRD. So excited about that. Glad that PlayStation's going to help us do some brand advertising, which is pretty cool. So that's it for March. This was a nice, quick, short update, and looking forward to seeing how this month goes now that the weather's starting to clear a little bit. And thanks, everybody. Let's have a great month.